Okay, so I thought today I would go live to do my voiceover warm up, and I thought I'd do something different today. So I'm going to read a piece of Shakespeare and I'm going to read like a modern day text at the same time. So just want to welcome everyone who's listening, watching on Instagram, on Facebook. If you're in the Zoom meeting, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those in the Zoom meeting are going to get the free PDF, so they knew what to do at the right time. So if you don't know me, welcome. My name's Leanne Turner. I'm a voiceover and a speaking coach. I just wanted to share with you a little bit of how I do a warm up. Obviously, I'm usually inside my studio. Now I'm sitting outside my studio today. And I just wanted to read you one of my favorite plays from Shakespeare. It's a Midsummer Night's Dream. I don't know if you remember like at GCSE, you used to have to read like plays. There's been a whole bunch of them coming on. It's kind of giving me the vibe back of like, oh my gosh, I need to start reading a bit of Shakespeare to try and start actually speaking even more effectively than what I do. I'm only joking, but I'm gonna, if you can see, if you're on the Zoom, you're gonna see, I'm gonna share the screen so you can actually see what it is that I'm reading. So I'm gonna read one of my favorite plays, Midsummer Night's Dream, obviously by Shakespeare. I'm gonna read you it in, it's not the original English text, because I can even see the difference there. I'm gonna read you, it's like, it says it's original text, but it ain't that kind of all thou, like that type of thing. It ain't that. But let me read it to you. Let me know what you think. So it's a Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. Let me bring you the, so it's going to say this. Right, so it says this. So obviously there's a couple of characters. You know, Midsummer Night's Dream is one with like about 4 different plays all in one. So it says this, listen. Hippolyta, 'tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of. Then Theseus comes and talks, right? He's like, more strange than true, I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys, lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such saping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils that vast hell can hold. That is the madman, the lover, all as frantic. Sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt, the poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling. Doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as in imagination bodies forth, the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local wait. Sometimes even I muck up on the words. A local habitation and a name. Such tricks have strong imagination that it would but apprehend some joy, comprehend some bringer of joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear? Now Hippolyta comes in, right, and she chats, yeah. But all the story of the night told over, and all the minds transfigured so together, more witnesses than fancies images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable. So it kind of goes in and out, and it goes on to something else as well. So I really love Midsummer Night's Dream, and I really love practicing, because obviously Shakespeare ain't really something how you'd normally talk, is it? Do you know what I mean? So it's good for me to really practice this, to really can stretch how I actually talk. And even you see me, I read every single day, I get paid to do it. But even me, I'm gonna muck up on some words. So to improve the way you speak, you have to read out loud daily. There's no other way to improve it. So that was me reading the Shakespeare one. That was read number 1. Let me read you read number 2. So those of you on the Zoom call, you knew what to do. Let me read you number 2. So I'm going to read you a modern day test. It's by my own book, written by me, myself. You can get it on Amazon. It's called How I Want to Be a Voiceover, but I Don't Know Where to Start, which was definitely my question when I was, sorry, my microphone's choking me a little bit, which was definitely my question when I was starting off, because I didn't know what to do, how to start off and stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, what do you do? So let me read you. This is what you do. So those who are on the Zoom call, you knew what to do. Let me read to you this, right? So it says this. Okay, so this is a sample from my book. I want to be a voiceover, but I don't know where to start. And it's the free sample text that you get. You know, when you buy a book on Amazon, get a free sample. Yeah, I'm going to read you that. So let me read you this. So chapter 1 of I Want to Be a Voiceover, but Where Do You Start by Leanne Turner. So it says this. Voiceover is basically acting with your voice. There are huge amounts of voiceovers being used absolutely everywhere. There are voices for adverts, e-learning, explainer videos, ebooks, courses, gaming, animation, in-show narration, presenting, cinema trailers, infomercials, dubbing, phone prompts, audiobooks, voices for toys, podcasts, websites, and in-store display units. This list is not exhausted either, as there are new areas springing up in the industry of voiceover all the time. So, a voiceover artist has to be able to add life to a script, put a little, I call it a little oomph in it, kind of thing. Also, it's essential for a voiceover artist to lift the words off paper and have the ability to create a real character in the listener's heart and mind. And a great voiceover is able to think on their feet, interpret the words into a realistic character, and they're able to create a real heart-filled passion to voice the script. So, but it's not all glamorous. So I don't know why people kind of think it's glamorous. Usually just kind of sitting inside like your studio or whatever. It's not glamorous all the time. Some parts of the work are less attractive. So for example, if you're doing an audiobook, that's hours and hours and hours of reading, retake, edit, etc. You can often be standing on your feet or sitting in a studio for hours in a dark room, no natural light, etc. So it's not the ideal circumstances, okay? If you're recording for online e-learning programs, for medical or legal scripts, they can be long, technical, and you've got to really, really focus in. And it's not a walk in the park, especially you have the client listening via Skype and they're telling you what to do, etc. And you have got to use your voice for acting. It's not just about having a nice voice. Someone told you that you sound smoother than honey, or you got that Barry White bass voice, and it's all about how are you using your voice to lift the words off of the script. And you got to move text into a real character, a real person, and to create depth and belief. So it is acting even more so, but with your voice only. And you need to be able to think as well, where does your voice belong? What type of voice do you have? What's your age reading range? Do you sound like a teenager or a woman in her 20s? Like, how long can you do a French accent for? Also thinking about industries that your voice may be useful for, because mine, from what I can hear my voice, because you know your own voice sounds different from how you sound. Sorry, I just left the text a little bit. I just had to drop that one in there. You can your voice change to a child or a woman of 18 or someone in their 60s? What's your voice range? Because I'm asked a lot of questions about this, and you need to think about these things when you're trying to think of going into, if you are going into the voiceover industry, because a lot of people kind of hit me up on that, Lee, like, how do you do a podcast? How do you do voiceover? I'm thinking, like, you know, it's good to think, try. All I can say is try. Nobody knows what's going on apart from the one Jehovah. So all I can do is tell you to try. All you can do is try. Listen to the rest of the script, yeah, because sometimes little ideas come to me. So think far and wide in regards to the voiceover industry. Try to think about where you hear voices on the train platform. When you hear, mind the gap, mind the gap. And also, if you're using an app on your phone, if you talk a lot, I'd highly advise you to drink hot water with lemons in it, whether you're sick or not. Just drink it, yeah? And as I'm saying, in the voiceover industry, there's going to be a lot of trial and error, a lot, right? You're going to have more no's than what you book a yes, okay? So get used to I don't even call it rejection. I'm just like, you're just clearing the way for my yes, brethren. Anyway, in the voiceover industry, there's going to be a lot of trial and error. Sometimes you're able to go into an audition, you'll book it like that because you're the one they've been waiting for. Or there's other times you've got to audition 3-4 times. You think you're near, they're like, you know what, we're going to go with another voice. Then go on with the other voice then, innit? When you first sign out, don't run out and get a demo 100%. Don't do that. don't get an agent. Well, you can try and see if you get an agent. You ain't gonna get no agent, but don't get a demo, don't get an agent. Go and get experience. Read out loud, try and book, contact people, do stuff for free. Do you know what I'm saying? And just run and practice training and practicing and refining your skills. So that was me reading the free sample of the book. I think I will actually no, and I want to ask I got some questions actually this week. I always get loads of questions and I answer them like on WhatsApp. And I thought, no, today I am going to answer them on the live. So I think I might do this a little bit more often. So a question I get a lot of questions, but I wanted to answer your question. So someone asked me this week, right? They're thinking of, in the time of lockdown, a lot of people are thinking, right? So they were thinking of like, do they need to cut a demo? And I would say if you're just starting out, I would say no. I don't. Some people may agree or not agree. Maybe that's true. I don't know. But for me, I would say no. I think the first thing you should do is get lots and lots of practice. Do free work. Read out loud. Go and get scripts from online on Google. Read out people's websites. Start up a podcast. Use Anchor. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I say. I don't think that you would have enough skill, enough practice, enough training, enough coaching to record a demo, which will be like your vocal CV, if that makes sense. I ain't trying to kill nobody's parade or nothing, but if you've just started out, I ask anybody else you want to ask, but my answer to you is do not cut a demo, at least until you've done a good year. If you've been hard at it, practicing, getting booking, working that, because then you can see what style, because you may start off at the beginning like, oh, I want to do character voices. I'm going to do animation. But then when you actually book, you're only booking for artificial intelligence or e-learning stuff. So do you see what I'm saying? So you've got to know what your voice is suited for and who actually is booking you. That will give you an idea of what demo you should make. But do not cut a demo until a good year, 18 months, because then you've got enough experience to see like what you're stronger at. Okay. Another question I got is what should I do to practice? You can read anything. Read the newspaper, read the book out loud, read a product in thank you so much, Red Pepper. You can read a product like in you're looking when you're in your cupboard, right? Read a product, turn the product over, start reading out loud. Because a lot of times when people are doing adverts for, I don't know, like my favorite Galaxy chocolate, okay, they're reading out what the tagline is on the product. So they say, why have cotton when you can have silk? Do you see what I'm saying? And if you check Galaxy chocolate, you will see that it says that slogan. I'm sure it says it on the front of it. I'm not too sure. Can't remember off my head because I eat it so quick. I don't really read the packaging. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's a digress there. But practice, read everything you can. When you read your emails out loud, hear how you sound. Give a voice note, send it to your friend or someone who's in the know in voiceover who can tell you, yeah, that sounds good. Nah, that don't sound so good. Do you see what I'm saying? So 100%, I think you should practice. Read anything. Yeah, get scripts off Google and all of that. But if you ain't got time for that, pick up your phone, read a text out loud, read the back of the toothpaste, just read stuff out loud. That's the difference. That's the problem what people do. It's so crazy. When you're taught to read, you read out loud when you're taught to read. But then when you get an adult, you get big grown up and start adulting, you start reading silently. It's a mad thing. But, okay, so practice, read out loud. That was question number 2. Number 3, what should you be eating and drinking? Okay, yes. Well, I know, like, I can't really tell anybody what they should be eating and drinking right about their size. But in regards to your voice and your vocal cords, right? These are some things that I think really help me, but everybody's voice is different. Everybody works in different ways. But what helps me is I always be drinking like, I always drink hot water with like lemon and hibiscus in it. Hibiscus is the posh word for sorrel. Like whatever island or wherever part of Africa you're from, you'll probably call it different thing, but put hibiscus in there, lemon, and a bit of ginger as well, because that really helps like cleansing, help the voice sound nice. Never drink cold water. Don't drink all them fizzy drinks like what? Coca-Cola, all them Dr. Peppers. I know they taste nice, yeah, but they're not good to give you a smooth tone. So try your best to drink like herbal teas or you know, these kind of, I know it sounds really dry, but like hot water is your best deal, honestly. If you're going to record, right, don't can't tell anyone what to eat, but you know, like if you're someone who eats like spicy food, right, and you can often burp or whatever, you get gassy, right? Microphones are so sensitive now, they will pick up all of the tummy churning, the acid reflux in the back of your throat, all of that stuff can pick up. So I would say if you're going to record whatever it is, don't eat those fancy food, just eat like, I don't know, cucumber sandwich or whatever, but don't eat anything spicy. And another one that just come to me about eating, what I would say as well is you can eat, I don't know if it really works for me. You can eat, some people say to chew like on apple and stuff because it gives like a moisture. But I find just like putting cucumbers in your mouth does the same type of effect. Gives me a much smoother tone than the apple, to be honest with you. But do whatever works for you, but avoid, come back to me now. Dairy. Listen, yes, I like cheese. I don't drink cow's milk, but if you drink all them things like eat cheese and yogurt and all these type of those things leave a thickness on your vocal cords and you're not going to sound smooth. You're going to end up like coughing all the time to shake the mucus off of your vocal cords. So if you want to sound smooth and floaty and nice and calm, definitely on recording day, even the day before, avoid like the cheesy pizzas, the cow's milk, cheese, yogurt, all those things. They put like a film on your thing and you're not going to sound the same. So imagine if they booked you like a week ago and you never ate no yogurt, and then the day before the recording day you started to eat yogurt. You might muck up your chances, my friend. You know what I'm saying? So be very careful with what you eat. I'm not saying go vegan, vegetarian and plant-based. I'm just saying be careful what you eat on the day you have to do a practice read, and definitely when you need to do recording as well, definitely. And another tip, how do you protect your voice? Okay, this is going to sound like a mad one, but avoid people with germs. Like, and I always say, like, it may seem really extreme, yeah, because you're like, you're only a voiceover artist, but when you look at Pavarotti, right, you always saw Pavarotti with like a silk scarf or a cravat around his neck. He was always protecting his throat. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're out and about, I know it's summer now, well, summer in London, as much as you can, try to protective. Yeah, I mean, because it's lockdown, people are wearing masks and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. But try to protect your neck, particularly at nighttime, because you can pick up drafts in the nighttime. Protect your neck. Obviously, sleep right. Sleep for a decent time that suits your body. Eat right. And don't shout and don't whisper. Don't do these two extremes because they make your vocal cords go brrr. It can aggravate them, and in time it can start causing like little nodules on the vocal cords, which sometimes you can get off naturally, but other times you have to have them operated on. Do you know what I'm saying? So protect your voice. Do not do any kind of crazy extremes like that. Don't shout, don't whisper. If the person can't hear you, just leave the conversation, just leave it. Make sure that you're not kind of breathing in. I don't know if you've ever been somewhere, you've been to a shop and people are spraying all the aerosol stuffs. If you're there, just walk away because all of those fumes, they start to aggravate your throat and you can start coughing and stuff. And it can take a while for that stuff to get out of your throat. So avoid all of that stuff. Smokers, run from them. They're a bit too selfish and they shouldn't be smoking around you. Run from them. That stuff will muck up your vocal cords too. And those are the most tips I can kind of think of. There's loads more, of course. There's loads more. Those are the only ones I can think of like right now on this call. So definitely protect your voice that way. Just don't shout. Don't whisper, for sure, those ones. And always like warm up, here. Let's come back to me. Warm up your voice before you speak, even in the morning. So when you're like brushing your teeth and stuff, like start to just hum like as if you're a singer. Do you know what I'm saying? Get your Beyonce groove on, and you can start humming like You can la, 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 la. You can do tongue twisters, red lorry, yellow lorry, whatever it is. Don't just kind of wake up in the morning, just start hard talking. Even if you've got your husband or your man or whatever next to you, you don't have to talk to him. You can just like go brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever, and then just start humming, wake yourself up. Like when you go to the gym, you do a warm up, same way like your voice. It is a tool, it is a muscle, it needs to be warmed up, okay? So that's what I say, always warm up. I got a whole bunch of other tips. Obviously, they're in my book. I'm going to go and do, but if you want to hang out, of course, I'm always online. You can always get hold of me. Hang out everywhere. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, get me on Facebook, on my speaking group, LinkedIn, YouTube, I am about. So contact me on any one of those. If you want to email me, if you want to speak to me more about voiceover, you want to book me for voiceover work, I'm always out for a booking. You can get hold of me on leanne@leannesvoice.com. I want to give you, if you want, the free sample of my book that I read out to you. I can surely get that over to you. You just need to click the link. And for those who are bright sparks thinkers, who came onto the call, you can get hold of my free sample on Linktree. Of course, I'm going to try and put it in there in the comment section before I go. So it's obviously https linktree/Leanne's voice _ and you can get all the free samples that I spoke about the free sample of my book. I want to be a voiceover, but I don't know where to start. And of course, you can join my mailing list where I send out email. Listen, I don't stalk you. I don't like when people email you too much. That's not me. And I send out an email, right, once a week, just to give you different tips on speaking, how to speak more effectively. Okay, so you can click the link. I'm going to try and multitask, yeah, and I'm going to try and put it in here now. So while we're on the call talking, so https. This is the link tree. If you want to get hold of me, join the mailing list. But don't worry, I don't stalk it. I don't like it. People email me and too much. Like it's too much. Like, but I don't do that because I don't like when people do it to me. If you want me to, I can put the thing on repeat for you. I've not got a problem, but I only do it like once a week. Do you know what I'm saying? I know you got a life, love, yeah. So linktr.ee, and it's / do you ever wish sometimes like your name weren't that long, but you know, yeah. So I'm going to put it in Leanne's voice, so you should be able to get it on there. I put it in the comments. All right, I'm very efficient now. I'm very efficient. So that was all I wanted to share with you. I hope that you got loads out of it. Yeah, that's what I want to share. So please go get the link if you want to. Get the link if you want to stay in contact. Please feel free. I always like to stay in contact. Join the mailing list, and you can get the free sample of the voiceover book. If you click that link, I can send that out to you. So it's been great hanging out with you. Let me know which read you like. Did you like my Shakespeare read, or did you like when I read the book, or did you just like them both? Okay, so let me know. I'm going to try and go live a little bit more often. A couple of people have asked me to, so I don't mind, I don't mind. So I will be doing that so I can share some more tips. It's been great hanging out with you. Thank you everyone who came on Facebook, on YouTube, on the Zoom in, on Instagram. Thank you all so much for giving me your time, and I hope that you learned loads. We'll see you. I'll probably do it next week. I'll send the information out. I'll probably do it next week as well. Yeah. But let me know if there's any questions that you want to know about my voiceover life, any questions about that, let me know and I'll answer them in this session so that everybody can all get the answers. All right. I will see you next week, my loves.